So you guys that are on the island right now, um, if you have any major questions about it you'd like to get answered, we could talk about that for a bit, but I think I'm just gonna fast forward a bit. A merchant ship is gonna come by, and um, the navigator on that ship is someone who's been to this island before, and that's kind of make the logical assessment that you can't really find this place unless you've been inside the maze and you've seen this yourself. Otherwise, you can't really find it. Ovek and Dornov board the boat and sail off into the sunset.
And they live happily ever after.
How romantic.
He promises to write, but he knows he's not going to. He calls you all crazy on the way out, by the way.
What was that?
Ovek calls you all crazy for wanting to go back in.
Yes, those crazy adventures that just need a little bit more. Begin the climb up the hill, and
As far as I know, I'm safer on the maze than outside. I almost died with that Hydra.
Have we actually come? Did we? I think that is the closest to failure we've come so far. Aside from the things that we didn't. Aside from the things that we didn't fight because they would completely wipe us.
Yeah, to be
think,
honest,
like,
the Hydra was kind of a surprise.
The Gold Man, well, I don't know, he was scary. I don't know. Anyway, you find yourself descending a staircase. And after what feels like half an hour, you find your way back inside the maze. Right next to...
It's been a couple of days, right? We're at
it's probably
full
been...
hit points?
Yes. Oh, and we forgot to roll hit points when we hit 6 last time. So everyone can click on their hit dice and roll if they haven't done that yet. And
I think I did.
You're gonna need to roll like 6 times, Woodar.
Okay.
Okay, so do I need to roll for my character then? Because I just took average. I wasn't sure.
Yes. Well, that's up to you. You can just keep the average, or you can roll for it.
I'll just keep the average for now on. I'll just roll from now on.
Do you want average, or you want to roll, Woodar?
I'll roll them. Oh, God. How do I do this again?
Just click on the word hit dice on your sheet. You should.
I think you only roll 5 because you ought to get max on your first.
Right. 5. Right, because you're starting on 1, yeah.
I rolled last time, I just didn't use the hit dice.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. And while you guys
I think that's pretty much average, actually.
While you guys are working on that, we have Bagur, the half-orc, and Athos, the halfling, inside the maze. Near the dark room is where the bottom of the staircase is, and you have a choice on kind of what direction you are going to explore. There's kind of like about half the garden left to explore, and then a lot of the Almery and whatever's past it. And there's also more of the reptile archives as well.
Alright.
Should we go to the gardens?
I think so. Probably go back to near where we entered and go from there. I would. Like take that first left that we haven't yet.
Oh yeah, let me pull the map.
Oh yeah, if one of you could kind of give a
that.
vague screenshot so they have a kind of idea what's going on. You fumble your way around the magical darkness. Take the familiar path probably through the grape juice and the, well, if you don't want to go back through the black ink eyes.
And at this point, we're probably fairly used to going through that. This would be like the 5th time or something like that for the two of us.
Yeah, through that, over the bridge. And chessboard, the bridge. Do you go back and you talk to the woman near the entrance then?
I'm not actually sure we've quite got what she wants, but
The story of someone? No.
I wasn't planning on talking to her, let's put it that way.
Okay, so but you were thinking of the room to the left of that, or the room on the left of the bridge?
At first I was thinking the room to the left of her, but I don't care either way. Bridge might work too. And I've put 2 screenshots in the Discord, one for the whole thing and one larger, more readable one for the immediate area.
Well, it's easy enough to sneak around if you want to go all the way down and then take that open pathway. This chamber. Let me move you. It is circular. The floor is kind of pale silver stones grouped irregularly. You see around the center of the room there is a small source of light that is kind of moving around. It is shrouded in one direction, so it only provides light when it is facing in a direction. It's kind of facing outwards and rotating, flying around in a circle near the middle of the room.
So it kind of has the effect of like those spinning lighthouse lamps?
Yeah, something like that.
How fast is it spinning?
It's pretty quick. It's probably like 1 revolution every 6 seconds.
Okay.
Do you think it's safe?
Well, I don't really think we have much options other than to find out if we want to go through there. I would like to just like stay in the darkness, but I don't think it would be possible to avoid getting hit by the light.
Oh, there is a third doorway. This one is actually a closed door on the left side.
And this is going like clockwise or?
Yes.
I think the best choice is come here, maybe.
Yeah.
To the
Just
top.
try to stay on the edge and go up there.
Yeah. And how fast are you?
Not very. Like I've only got speed 25, I think. Yeah.
Let me see something. I don't want to be hit by that light. How much distance between these doors, Caleb? 70 feet?
Yeah, something like that. I might have read this wrong.
Alright, I'm gonna toss an arrow while staying out of the room. I'm gonna toss an arrow into the beam of light as it passes to see if like the arrow burns up or anything.
Let me kind of redesign this instead. So the source of light is actually, I think, gonna make more sense. It's circling around the outside of the room, shining in.
Oh, okay.
So the whole room is lit most of the time, but yeah.
Want me to turn into an animal and maybe give it a try if something happens?
And it makes a full rotation about once a minute.
Alright. What is it a specific height or is it just kind of
We'll say it's like 20 feet above. The room goes about that high.
Well, if it's going around once a minute, we should be able to cross without getting the direct full run if we run. Or if I run anyway.
Let's make a run for it. I'm gonna cast resistance before we come in, just in case.
Which one of you
Wanna
is
go
going
first
to
or
enter
me first?
Just go at the same time. That way, if something happens.
Do you have a specific preference of where the light is as soon as you enter the room?
Probably just past us.
Okay.
So we have as much time as possible to cross.
If you guys could put yourself on the map for a second, this might get a little bit important. Okay, you step into the room, both of you at the same time. As the light is kind of around here, what happens is going to be Athos, you fall through the floor.
The one time we don't think about the floor.
Can I reach for him?
Can I try to catch myself?
You see below you, just barely, you can see underneath you, Athos, there's like just a 10-foot drop.
What's at the bottom of the drop?
Just looks like floor.
Yeah, I still would rather not fall down there because this looked like floor too.
Also down there, maybe we will have one of the two new characters here. We've got Morgan. You have been trapped under the floor in here for a day. You've had food and water enough for now, but it is not very exciting down here.
So it's just having some lunch.
Yes.
Think about how to get out, and then
and then somebody drops from the ceiling, just like you did.
Welcome. Thanks for dropping in.
Hello there. As interesting as it is to meet you, it wasn't entirely intentional, I assure you.
That's fine. It's fine. I get unintentional visitors all the time. Like myself. In this hole. That's right.
I'll call back out of the hole. Bagur, are you alright?
Bagur, what you see from above, when you're standing in the room, as the light is moving around, it casts a shadow. And that shadow, wherever that falls, there's no floor.
Okay. I'm gonna keep moving with the light for now.
Does the hole move with the shadow?
Since the light source is constantly moving around the room, this hole is constantly moving, as well as however Bagur moves.
How does that affect us in the hole? Like, do we feel motion, or like do we feel like we're still?
You can see kind of a moving hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
Also, people much more familiar with the maze may use this as a potential source of ambush. But not today, it seems.
So, is this like a...
The hole is moving with me then? With the light?
Yeah, as the light moves around, can I just see if I can find just a light bulb token? No.
Is this like an entire lower floor underneath the upper floor, or is it like an isolated small bit that makes a hole?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
So are we basically on a floor that's the entire room floor underneath it, or is it just like a small hole in...
I think it's supposed to be kind of just like a small pit that's only you, but for the purposes of introducing people, it's just going to be the whole room. It's kind of just like a room under the room. So it's just one big room.
Alright.
I think I have some rope. Can I throw it down so that Athos can come up?
I know I have rope that is as well, and I can shoot it up. But there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Just wondering what would happen to the rope when the floor closes up.
Right. I would say we'll have some kind of skill check, Bagur, to try to keep the rope in your own shadow. That's probably a dexterity check.
Got it. There you are. Is that enough?
Just for story purposes, as you kind of lowered it in and call out to them, just like when you bend over a little bit to call out to them, it ends up moving the shape enough with the moving light source to close up the hole where the rope is laying, and it falls to the floor. And it was basically cut.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So we gotta be careful. We don't wanna cut in half any people when they come out.
I would say that that's half bad.
But since there's not exactly a threat of, I don't think anyone's going to come in and surprise you at this point in time. So I will have a dexterity check from Bagor and whoever is going to try to climb the rope first.
Just a check, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Can you describe the hole that we're in? Like, what's the ground like? What's the walls like?
The floor kind of matches the floor above, where there's strange stones kind of unevenly grouped. Kind of reminds you of looking at a night sky and seeing the stars. But the walls and the ceiling are pretty plain from your perspective.
Okay.
And you can only kind of see the glimmering stones when you have a light source available to you, whether it's a torch or light from above. Now that you've kind of learned what happens, we'll say I think a 5 is probably enough for your part of this. So we will have whoever is going to try climbing up make a check now.
You've been stuck down here longer than I. Go ahead.
Oh no! You can try going up the death hole first.
Very well, if you insist.
How deep's the hole? Jesus.
It's about 10 feet from the floor to the ceiling.
Okay.
You found it kind of just a little. Using Bagor's help, you basically vault up carefully as he tries to stand still, and you notice the pattern and the way the shadow narrows as kind of the sun moves around it. But you manage to haul yourself up and kind of take a step to the side to avoid falling in a shadow, but you have to kind of keep following it or move far enough away where you can't fall into a shadow anymore. And with the both of you on top, you can, if you both directly put your backs to the sun, so you're not stepping in each other's shadows, you can make a bigger shadow, and then only Jackson would need to, or no, sorry, then only Athos would need to make a check.
Awesome. You going to help me out here, friend?
No, so yeah. Morgan, I'm lost. All
You
right.
were talking to someone down there, Athos?
Yeah, there's someone else trapped down there.
Yeah. He's human.
Is he nice?
He looks a bit raggedy. How's a 5?
On your part, there's probably going to be now to the point of making a save to try to avoid losing some kind of limb.
Limb? Oh, jeez.
How come you always lose some part of your body?
Dexterity save?
Yes, please.
I would like to spend a lucky counter on this.
You actually choose to spend lucky after you make the roll.
Oh, I can choose after?
So if you want to re-roll that 5, you may. Or you can just proceed.
No, I was going to do it on the save.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a dexterity save?
Yes.
I'm going to use the reroll on that 5. Yeah. Hey, 15.
All right. Feeling extraordinary lucky, you using their combined shadows and
like diving out.
Yeah.
Right before it collapsed.
You make it back on top and kind of distance yourself so that you're not in danger of falling through again. Bagor and Athos, you kind of separate to try to keep your own distance from each other. Yeah. And discuss where you're going next, or introduce each other.
So I'd love to talk about, we're kind of in a little bit of a volatile situation right now, so let's just head that way, and I'll point towards the north door opening.
Yeah. Sounds like a perfect plan.
Move. Run!
I will move with them.
And I'll...
It's definitely like an awkward shuffle as you...
Try not to step on each other's shadows.
And you eventually do make it safely into this room, which is definitely a strange sight.
If you're going to flip some pages, I'll take this moment to describe my character.
Go for it.
Yeah. So he looks like a pretty old man. Very dusty clothes. A good, nice long beard. And you see some like twigs in the beard. Like that doesn't really kind of make sense to you that much in the in the maze, but like you just let it go. And like he dusts himself off, but like his hands are dusty. So whatever he dusts, it just becomes more dusty. And then he has a nice shiny coin in his right hand that he just flips occasionally. Gets excited whenever he calls it right.
Please. Sorry, I don't know if it's bad form to ask exactly what your class is, but please tell me you're a wild magic sorcerer.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, I wanted to see one of those.
This room is pretty simply furnished, but it does have chairs and tables and kind of a bed that's pretty torn up. Pacing around the room, wincing with every step, is a very, very old man who has 3 swords pierce through him at different angles.
Ooh.
He moans and coughs out like gas.
Bad day, eh? But he's clearly still alive.
Yes, he's walking around and wincing.
Oh, with the swords in him?
Yes.
Wow. That's impressive.
So at this you see him kind of raise his hand and finger in the air and open his mouth. Well, you can't see him open his mouth because he's got the kerchief over it. But he's very clearly about to say something, and then stops and puts his hand back down after he sees that.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna stand in the door, introducing myself. Hi, I'm Bagur. I was raised by wolves.
Let me guess. You were raised by wolves.
What a good guess! Yeah. How did you know that?
I could tell from your accent.
Ooh.
Really, I've been trying to get rid of that.
The wolf accent is very, very well known. So you definitely do draw his attention, and he kind of turns to you and stops and slowly meanders towards you. He gets about 15 feet away before he stops again.
Were the swords pierced in him again?
I didn't say specifically, but one is like through kind of like the top of his rib cage diagonally down. Another one is kind of straight through the gut from the front, and another one kind of just in his back.
I say to him, ooh, that's usually not how you scratch your back.
He does not laugh.
I do, though. I definitely laugh at my own joke. Is he still coming towards us?
No, he stopped about 15 feet away, and he... Oh, by the way, for Lack and Dread, I do have a bird, so if you hear like random beeps and stuff, that's what that is. He does speak, and he says, "Be wary."
Okay.
But then he coughs after that, as if speaking is difficult for him.
I do generally try to be pretty wary in here. Do you need some help, mate?
I only want to die.
You seem halfway there.
Don't say that. There's probably someone in this maze, I guess, that cares about you. Don't talk like that.
I'm more surprised that you couldn't find a way to die in this maze.
I cannot leave this room.
Huh. What about those swords in your back?
They are dangerous things.
The swords? Yeah. I can see that. Mom always said not to play with swords. And not to scratch your back with swords.
That's oddly specific, but okay.
She was a wise woman.
Athos will talk, man. I'd love to help you, I really would, but I don't think I could do much more than those swords already aren't.
They keep me alive.
Sorry. Come again. The sword inside of your body is keeping you alive?
But removing them brings danger.
Danger to whom?
Brings danger.
To you.
Oh.
Shocker.
So
I'm still grounded. I'm still grounded. I'm not supposed to touch anything before anybody says that I can. So, Athos?
I'll get out my bow and then very obviously roll my eyes. It's like, fine, go ahead.
Yay!
So are you going to remove the swords?
I'm gonna try to take one, but I'm gonna cast resistance of myself first. Just in case.
Okay, let me set up some tokens here.
We've never found really dangerous things this maze and poked them before. We would never do that.
Dangerous things in this maze?
So Athos is prepared for combat on the assumption that that guy will become hostile in some way or turn into something hostile.
Oh no, orbs.
As you approach him, some of the gas clouds around him start to solidify.
Excuse me, sir. Are those supposed to do that?
They want the swords. Don't let them have them.
Okay. Maybe we should be coming closer to the door just in case.
Because orbs have never chased us through rooms before.
Yeah, but maybe you guys will have an advantage. I can turn into an animal. I'm gonna be kind of safe. But if anyone comes for you guys, no offense, Athos, but you're very small. No offense, new guy, but you were in a trap. Maybe play it safe.
Those are funny looking wolves.
I'm
Will those
starting
be
to
orcs
fear that I'm the
equals?
voice of reason and nobody listens to me.
Hey, if you don't want to pull the swords out, feel free to not pull the swords at me.
Okay, if I come closer, do those clouds change again?
They move closer to you.
And we were told to not let the clouds get the swords.
Yes.
Just a sec. If I step back, do they still come for me or do they go away?
They kind of stay where they are.
Hmm. Okay. Um, do I detect magic from these things? Or just the gas?
Are you casting a spell?
Oh! Oh! I'm gonna try with dispel magic on one of those.
These aren't necessarily orbs, they're kind of more, these are like, groupings of different colored gases floating through the air. It's not like a ghost, but more, more kind of like an essence.
It's a bunch of vapor that's decided to stick together for some reason.
Yeah. So are you going to try to put your hand inside the gas and dispel magic?
Nope. 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 Definitely no. No, I have 120 feet range, so I should
yes,
be
yeah,
able
yeah.
to do it.
Um,
Yeah, I'm not putting my hand anywhere that I didn't tell Athos I was gonna.
I think. Which one would you like to dispel? There's a red one, a blue one, and we'll say a green one.
The green is closest to me, right?
Yes.
That one.
We'll say the gas kind of like dissipates to the floor, but something still remains. In this, you can kind of see a much more humanoid shape. And its eyes are still like burning out gas, and like it's seeping from its mouth. But you've done something. You're not sure what, but it is staring at you.
That seems like a good time to start shooting, I think.
Okay, we can roll initiative.
Oh boy.
This is probably a terrible idea, but I'm doing it anyway.
Let me put the turn counter up and wipe
Just
it.
like this entire place.
Wolves.
If you want to roll initiative for Jackson, you can do that, and I will probably get you in after like 2 turns. Say you hear a commotion and run in here.
Plot twist. Jackson's the one with the swords in him.
Okay.
Do you have a I'm gonna throw your token on the board, and if you click it and then click on initiative again while it's selected, it should automatically add it to the turn order, and I can just edit it to whatever you rolled first. There we go. So, just for the surprise round, we'll let Athos have his shots.
Can I take the opportunity to do the bonus action to cast Mark first, or are we gonna bypass that since I just said I started?
We'll say not for the first turn, but you can do it for the second one.
That's fine. I will take my first turn bonuses on this and not the next round, though.
Okay.
And if it counts as humanoid or aberration, it's +4 damage on each attack. You mentioned humanoid in there somewhere, so.
I don't think it's either of those things. Right. But that is a good chunk of damage. And that would be the surprise round. We'll probably just let that be and just start from the top. So.
All right. I'll then use bonus action on the top of the round to cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then shoot it. And since it hasn't acted yet, I do have advantage.
Okay.
I believe. Let me double check that real quick. Make sure my memory's not faulty. Yeah, it hasn't acted, so I do.
All right. It shrieks and it tries to pull the gas back into itself. Bagor, you see arrows flying over your shoulder, and this thing now, like rage, dashing at you.
And I will shout as I shift over slightly. Sorry to take the choice away from you.
I mean, we all knew this was gonna happen. How far am I from that thing?
20 feet ish.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Produce Flame. Does 14 hit?
No. Well, I'd say you have advantage because of the Dispel Magic.
Yes!
So that does hit.
Because that spell keeps failing. So, 8 points of fire damage. Is there any reaction or anything on it?
The fire, as it hits, it kind of flickers like it's not as effective as you thought. whatever this gas is, it doesn't have a lot of oxygen in it.
Okay. And I'm gonna move this way a little bit. So that I'm away and see if they chase me.
This green thing ends up pulling the gas back into itself and more becoming kind of a mush of flowing gas, and it approaches towards you. It gets right up next to you, but it doesn't do anything.
Ah!
Morgan.
So the gas just got right next to him and did nothing.
Actually, it is surrounding him, but you don't see him like physically cringing right now.
I'm sure he's fine.
Mom, it's touching me.
How far away am I from? Perfect. So I'll move over here, and this is fun. I get to cast a spell.
Definitely prismatic spray. Oh, slow. I guess that works too.
If you slow down gas, does that make it a liquid?
That's a very good question.
I mean, like, this is.
I don't actually think right now that's going to have.
Yeah, it doesn't.
An effect on them.
It's changing time around them rather than changing them themselves.
Yes.
Oh yeah, then no, definitely one.
They must succeed a wisdom save or have half speed, -2 penalty to AC and dex saves, and a lot of other fun things.
Okay, I will keep this in mind. But that's your action, right?
Yep.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay.
I flipped my lucky gold coin.
So the other two are
wait, let me see. Do we want to roll wild magic? I believe that's a choice.
Oh, right.
Merely after you cast a level
Since
1
that's
higher,
a third level spell, we'll say sure.
Okay.
But nothing happens.
Oh, sad.
So both of the orbs are going to move. This one's going to move a little bit. This one's going to move a lot. Say the blue one dashes, it doesn't take an action. The red one.
This is including half speed for all three.
They actually were not affected by your spell.
Oh, interesting.
The red one, as it comes in close, it flashes violently.
Crap.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Coming up. Oh, by the way, is the resistance still up? It lasts for a minute.
I don't think so. You did that for the circular room, right?
Yeah, but that was for Athos. I cast it on myself before pulling the sword on the guy.
Okay. Then it might be up for a couple turns, but you won't need it this time.
Okay.
You shield your eyes from the bright blast which would have blinded you. but you still feel a sharp pain, and you take 9 points of damage.
Crap.
Athos, it's your turn.
I assume if I try to shoot at the green one again, I'll be taking a melee penalty.
It would be it'd probably be like +5 AC.
Alright. I think it's still the best bet with the markup on it.
Okay.
Especially concentrating damage, so I'll put a couple shots that way. So that's 16 and 13.
You actually fire twice, but you can't get close enough to Bagor and far enough. Actually, 16, 21, yeah. You think you should have hit, but the arrow just passed straight through.
Alright. I don't think I have any pistol bonus actions, so that's it. I'm kind of where I want to be. Might not be able to help you, Bagor, with one of them.
Bagor, it is your turn.
All right. How high is the ceiling?
10 feet.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Let me measure something here. Okay, I'm gonna try to move out of this thing.
Okay.
And oh, I got enough range. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Are you taking the disengage action?
No, because I'm not gonna be able to cast a spell if I do.
Okay. So both of these, you see from the green and red swirls of smokes, a more humanoid figure swipe at you from each of them. The green one is kind of dark veined and pulsating, and the red one is flickering slightly. Or no, the red one is golden. They both make attacks.
Miss, miss, miss.
The green one hits, I think.
Okay.
Dealing 6 points of damage and another Constitution saving throw. With your resistance. Well, I don't think resistance is actually going to be enough. That's a D4, right?
Yeah, and that's 7.
Okay. You can't help but like inhale sharply as the blow hits you, and you end up inhaling some of the green gas, which burns your lungs.
Yeah.
Damn it.
For another 1 point of damage.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, good.
Then-
I was worried it would stat drain.
What would you like to do for your turn, Bagor?
I'm gonna do the first really aggressive spell that I have. I'm gonna cast Cold Lightning.
nice.
You summon a storm cloud on the 10-foot ceiling above you. I don't think
Did it put it on the chat? It doesn't look like.
Doesn't look like it worked.
Are we in the storm then?
Huh, it's not working. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna copy and paste it.
I think it's mostly just above you. It's a 10-foot tall storm with a 60-foot radius, so it is. You can like center it over here, mostly,
Okay.
and then that's like this is all a storm right now. And then anywhere he can see, he can summon lightning.
Yep. And all creatures inside that have to make a dexterity save.
Within 5 feet of the point.
I'm gonna cast it on this one because they're the closest one.
Okay. You actually call lightning down there, and you would swear that it hit, but it doesn't actually. They don't seem to react to it.
Damn it. That smoke is doing something.
Oh no, it just says storm cloud, doesn't actually say stormy conditions. There's probably not much wind associated with it then. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I don't have anything that makes like wind. Just to be safe, I'm gonna turn into a bear form.
Bonus
Just in
action
case. Yep. I'm up to 42 points.
The green one will float into you as kind of the gas cloud moves towards you, and then when it comes right next to you, it forms into a humanoid figure and lashes out. What's bear AC?
12.
Oh, well, it just barely hits.
Yeah, the bear is kind of naked, so.
Can you roll a bear constitution saving throw? The bear keeps his mouth shut as he gets slapped by the green guy.
Did it bitch slap me? Oh my god. Took 6 of damage?
Yes, please.
Got it.
Morgan.
I think at this point in time, I'm going to attempt an arcana roll. Try to figure out exactly what we're fighting here. Because apparently what we're doing isn't working. So let's see if I can grasp some knowledge. Is it 7? Grasp any knowledge?
You've heard about well, I don't know if you've heard much about this at all. This is kind of a new thing to you, but they seem to be hiding inside of the gas, whatever these things are.
I hope that wasn't gonna. This was the first. No, yeah. I think this is the first proficiency arcana check we've ever had.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't set the tone for all of
I yelled to the guy with the sword stabbed in him then. Like, what are these things?
Do you have a bonus action you'd like to do?
My bonus action is yelling at the guy with the sword stabbed in his gut, asking him what these things are.
Okay. The blue one and the red one. Blue one is going to lash out at you as the blue gas assembles into a form, and it's like flickering like static electricity. It slashes out at you. Unfortunately missing.
Unfortunately.
And the red one probably going to keep chasing Bagor and hits the bear.
Crap.
For 10. Oh, no, not 10.
Oh, that misses.
Holy shit.
No,
10?
I rolled a d20. Hold on.
Oh.
I don't think there's a single
No,
weapon.
4 points of damage.
I was getting like, oh no, is the Hydra, is the Hydra again?
A Constitution saving throw.
Save yourself, bear.
Is resistance a concentration spell?
Hey, Constitution is not rolling. Let me try some. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
the first one, 5.
Doesn't matter if resistance is a concentration because Call Lightning, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
But you will have to make a concentration check for your Call Lightning to try to maintain it.
Concentration
It's
as bear?
a Constitution saving throw. And that one's fine. But
That's an 18.
You did fail the first one, so you are blinded until your next turn. The end of your next turn.
Crap. Okay. And I took only 4 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Athos.
So are they staying in their semi-solid form after they hit?
No, they turn right back to gas almost immediately.
Fantastic. I don't think I have any options that isn't physical damage of some sort.
You use your ice arrows.
I'm not an arcane archer.
There is something in 5th edition that kind of helps in a situation like this, but I don't know if I'm giving it away. But there are things such as prepared actions. You know you can hurt these things. You've seen it.
Oh, right. Ready actions.
Aim your shot.
Yeah, presumably I can only shoot once with that.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'll ready a shot at the green one when it next solidifies.
Okay. At this time, the old man responding to your call just says, "I'm not worth it. Just run." And now, Jackson, you've heard a commotion. You'll probably be coming from the south, just the same way that they came from. And you can arrive at the doorway by yourself now.
So, give me the layout of what exactly I'm seeing.
You see a bunch of kind of. It reminds you of ghosts, but they're kind of just like gaseous spirits or something that are attacking. There's a halfling to your left, a human in front of you, and an orc in the distance. There's a massive storm cloud encompassing like the whole right side of the room.
You're just a bear. The giant bear.
Oh yeah, there's a bear on the left, not a half orc.
Well, from this scenario, I'm going to continue observing and ready in action.
Okay, what action are you gonna ready?
I'm gonna ready my Holy Nova if anybody of threat comes close.
Okay.
That's it. In a turn. I mean,
Bagur.
Okay. Are we outside of my storm cloud?
Yes. But it's within range of the storm cloud.
And can I call lightning, like, as a bear or not? Not yet.
Yes, you can.
Ooh, I can. Cool. Let me see. If I move to the green one, will I get an attack from the red?
What do you mean? If you...
Yeah, if
that's okay.
if I move from here to here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, Water. I'm gonna try to multi-attack the green thing. Since I'm level 6, my hits are supposed to be magical. I want to see if that hits.
Okay, and be aware that if you want to use lightning, it is an action, so you wouldn't be able to attack.
Yep.
Okay. Your magical claws, unfortunately, do not have an effect on these things.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there and brace for impact.
And
There's
the green
impact.
one tries to get you.
Oh. Wouldn't I have missed? I'm supposed to be blind.
Yeah, you definitely have disadvantage. So you're kind of blindly swinging, but you don't feel anything against your paws
Okay.
until something gets you.
Actually, quick question now that I've thought of it with the blind. Is the crystal eye that he has affected the same way by the extra light?
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, I have a crystal eye.
Sure, we'll say you're not really blinded.
Yes,
That sounds fun.
I'm half blind. I'm blind of my right eye.
So the green one lashes out at you and tries to kill you. Make a Constitution saving throw for the gas.
Coming up.
And as it does, I'll shoot an arrow at it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's my ready action.
Yes, 21.
16 to hit.
Definitely hits. And you definitely have done enough damage from your other attacks to, I think, kill that one.
And as I see that arrow land, I'll call out. Hit them when they try to hit you. That's when they turn solid.
Morgan.
Can I prepare a spell?
Yes,
I don't know how the prepare works.
You can do that. It requires casting the spell automatically. So you cast your spell on your turn and you hold it until you release it. So no, even if like the condition you specify never happens, you do spend the spell slot and you are concentrating until you release the spell. So it's risky, but it's definitely something you can do.
Okay. But like I can also like prepare cantrips similarly, but like cantrips don't cost a. Okay. I will prepare a firebolt then.
Keep in mind if you have an enemy within 5 feet of you, a ranged attack is at disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. Can I quicken a prepared attack?
I don't think you can prepare a bonus action.
Bonus. Okay. Then I am just going to disengage and run away. What's my move speed? 30. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Okay. That's my turn.
The blue and red one are going to have turns. They're not very tactful, but you're closer to it, Athos.
Yep, I figured.
But it will miss as its lightning flickering form reaches out at you.
It tried to hit the human at chest high and went right over my head.
And the red one attacks the bear and misses as well.
Yes. Sorry.
Athos, your turn.
Fine. Drawing a weapon would be a bonus action.
No, it's free for the first one.
In that case, how much? That's one dude. I will drop my bow and pull out my dagger. Use my bonus action to put the mark on the blue one. Not that the green one's down. And ready my action to try to hit it when next time it tries to attack me with the dagger.
Okay. Jackson.
Now that I've observed this, I'm going to ready an action to cast a spell at the blue one once it solidifies.
Okay. Which spell?
Sacred Flame.
Bagor.
All right. My cold lightning. Can I prepare that for when they try to hit me, or do I have to? Okay. But we're still in range. The red orb and me.
Yeah, the whole room. Yeah.
Okay. Then when that hits, when that red thing hits, I'm gonna call lightning here.
Okay.
So that it doesn't hit me.
Yeah, makes sense. Morgan.
Now that I see everyone else preparing spells, I will. Let's do Ancient Fireball. One's 20. Yep. I'll prepare a firebolt for when the red one solidifies to attack the bear.
Okay.
And then pass the turn.
And they will both go off. The blue one starts to attack first, and I think now that you guys are prepared for it, you guys can both get Sacred Flame and your dagger attacks off before it actually strikes Athos. Dexterity saving throw.
I did something wrong there. I forgot the D on the damage.
He made it.
Oh, 16 damage instead of 1d6.
Yeah. So let's take the first damage roll from the first one, and then this second damage roll from the second. And apparently doesn't matter which attack roll you take.
Okay. 11 damage. Sacred Flame just barely misses. but you guys see kind of a radiant fire streak out from the room you just came from. The red one is also going to start attacking, and as it forms, you release your lightning and your fire bolts.
Lightning is 3d10. Did he make the save?
Failed that save.
Yay.
The firebolt will whiz straight through the gas section of it, unfortunately. But the lightning's going to have an effect.
18.
Athos.
Alright. I don't think there's a point in drawing the offhand weapon because I can't use both on it. Hang on. You never rolled the actual attacks.
Oh, you're right.
As much as I hate to say
Oof.
Blue first.
that it's.
Hold on. Reaction. As the blue one solidifies, and with that, I'm going to use a reaction to cast
It does expend your reaction to use a prepared attack.
Prepared, yeah.
Does it?
Yes,
oh,
it
okay.
does.
Never-
This blue one has extra damage. What kind of armor are you wearing, Athos?
I think it's chainmail. Let me double check. It's either studded leather or chainmail. Looks like studded leather.
I think you'll just take 1 bonus point of damage. So 6 instead of 5.
Alright.
And the red one finishes its attack as well.
Yay for not having to roll a save.
17 hits.
This will be 5 points of damage, and you should actually... I think... last time you should have killed the green thing before it landed its attack against you, so you can regain 7 hit points on your bear form.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. But I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you get mostly blinded. Well,
Coming up.
I guess it's not going to matter for you because of your
Magic eye.
Oh, because of the eye.
But you
The
have
eye
to
that-
concentrate on your call lightning, so make a Constitution saving throw for that.
This half blind thing
Okay.
feels like in other editions you'd like half the penalty or something.
I still didn't make it, so call lightning is gone.
Yeah, the storm cloud dissipates. And
That's
this
sad.
very confused man is visible again.
You probably don't see too many storms in this place.
Jackson.
Can I, what type of check would it be for me to determine what these creatures are?
It'd probably be some kind of arcana check. Arcana.
I just want to test something. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Sacred Flame on it again now, while it's in gaseous form. I just want to double.
Okay. It doesn't have an effect. You send it, and you think it would have a direct hit, but
Okay.
no effect.
Yeah, that's it for me then.
I think we skipped my turn this time, but I'm just readying my action to counterattack, so it doesn't matter.
You're right. Bagor, you're next.
Well, since I lost my storm cloud, which one of these does more? I'm gonna prepare a claw attack in the meantime. For when he hits me, I'm gonna hit him back.
Okay. Morgan.
Alright. Time to bring out the slightly bigger guns. I'm going to prepare a Scorched Ray attack.
Very nice. We've got the.
I'll be targeting both.
Both?
I am kind of confused with the wording of Scorched Rays. Do I have to choose the targets for each time I roll? Or is it I choose the targets first and then roll?
I think
Separately.
it'd be each one you can send individually.
Okay. Oh, but then I'd have to choose only one of them because both of them don't become
right
formed at the same time. Alright, so I'll do the red one. Yeah.
Okay. The blue one is going to pop out. You can make your dagger attack. As it misses you. But you miss it, I believe.
I'm fine sacrificing one attack roll to make it not hit. That's how I basically parried its arm or something.
Okay. The red one is also attacking, so both Bagor and Morgan can make your reactions.
Did it hit with a 10? No, right?
No.
3 rolls. Do you want to roll Wild Magic before I do this? Okay.
Nothing.
Alright. Roll 1. 10 hit.
Miss.
Second one.
Damn it.
That one hits.
4 damage. 4 damage. Jesus.
But the fire doesn't have as much of an effect as you would think.
Last one. Last one.
Miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. All these rolls.
Athos.
I'm just going to ready the attack when it hits me. It attacks me again. Yeah. I'm looking around, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any useful bonus actions.
Yeah, unfortunately. Is there anything special you would like to do, Jackson?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it. Does everybody actually look hurt? This is me asking both the characters and the GM.
I think the bear has taken the most damage, but
I'm basically just scratched. And bear hit points don't really matter, right?
Yeah, they basically got it against me in the meantime.
Then I will throw a little healing towards the bear.
Wait, what?
he's gonna heal the bear.
Oh.
Heal the bear. Heal the bear.
Heal the bear. Make it a better place.
The bear gets healed by 8.
Oh,
Thanks.
And I will ready in action to burn DB.
Sacred Flame?
Yes.
Bagor and Morgan get their turns.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna wait for it to attack and again with the claws.
Hey, how is your AC modifier, Bagor?
12 as a bear.
How's your Dex modifier?
None.
None?
Yeah, that's plus nothing.
Okay.
Bears, as it turns out, are not known for their tap dancing.
Well, maybe where you're from.
Hey, this bear got moves.
Well, its Dex score doesn't reflect that.
True. I'm gonna dance the Macarena and it's gonna look horrible.
Okay. Alright, finally doing it. I'll ready a magic missile on the red one.
A force damage.
Okay. The blue one goes first, so Athos and Jackson get their reactions. Fails the dexterity saving throw, and the dagger hits. It misses its attack against Athos. And then the red one takes this opportunity and forms solid to attack the bear.
Yeah, I'm slashing.
I magic missile the darkness.
23 for 13 damage.
$12 points of damage on magic missile. I think that's probably enough to blast away the red one, so it never gets its attack on the bear.
Yeah, I was getting tired of that.
Between the four of you, we can just fast forward the end of the combat because the blue one's pretty hurt as well.
Gang bang.
So you guys will all prepare an action and simultaneously take it down.
Well, that was exciting.
Combat's
Thanks for the
over.
help. I'm not sure. Well, it was a timely arrival that you had there.
What does Jackson look like?
By the way, I'm gonna come closer and try to get that sword out while I'm still a bear. I got permission.
He did.
The gentleman with the swords in the back is still moving around.
Yes.
Yep.
Bless you.
Okay. Then Jackson's gonna start heading over to him and start inspecting him and the weapon.
He says, "Hurry before they come back."
Okay.
Bagor pulls one of the blades out. These are pretty much great swords. They're very large. And you pull it out and it slides and he gasps, but it's almost like a a gasp of relief as well as much as a gasp of pain.
He's got a fetish for that. I know it.
I'm pretty sure he said that those swords are keeping him alive. So that's why he's happy that they're being taken out.
Yeah, I'll
No effect on me.
Pull out the one on his stomach.
You don't notice anything specific, Bagor.
Okay,
but
thanks.
His wounds are kind of slowly leaking different colored gases. Athos, you said you approach as well, and you pull another one out without any trouble.
And then promptly fall over backwards because I'm like need a large person to be able to wield the thing.
I'll join in the fun. I think he has like 1 or 2 more swords in him.
There's only 3, so there's just 1.
I'll pull the last one out and say, "Rest well, friend."
And he immediately collapses on the ground and says nothing else.
Perfect.
I'm going to try to straighten him out and make it so he's actually resting instead of just a crumpled heap.
Yeah, you can actually. There is a mess of a bed with kind of sword cuts. It looked like he tried to sleep at some point. He just could not sleep.
Yeah, I thought about that, but there's no way I can probably put him on there. So I'm going to start with just laying him out neatly on the floor.
Yeah, you treat him respectfully.
Yeah, I'll move him. I'm gonna help him move.
Most of you do notice that there are text written on the blades of the sword. Of all 3 swords.
Let me try to read it.
I thought you can't do.
Are you still a bear, by the way?
I mean, I can still try. Oh yeah, I'm still a bear. For now, I'm gonna keep the form. In the meantime.
Or you read it and it says.
I think. Let me see something.
I'll also attempt to read my one.
We'll say that there is a slightly red tinted sword, a slightly green tinted sword, and a slightly blue tinted sword.
Who got which?
Yeah, I'm gonna say as a bear, I can stay half my level, so that will be like 3 hours.
Yes.
Awesome.
What size bear are you? Out of pure curiosity, I assure you.
He's a pretty big bear at this point.
Basically a brown bear.
Okay.
So, very big.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep that in mind for the moment.
I think I'm still taller than you as a bear, on all 4s.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, I was gonna ask if the text in a language we can read, but apparently so.
Those are 3 riddles on 3 swords.
Goddamn riddles.
So that's on the swords?
Yes.
Who has which riddle?
The first one we'll say is red, second one is blue, and the third one is green.
Alright, I'm going to write those down in character, and out of character, I'm going to stick them in the question notes we've got, and comment out loud. Well, 2 big wars. I wonder if we'll be able to use any of these for the Sphinx.
The what?
The Sphinx.
Oh, the Sphinx. Oh.
Which
This one.
Morgan may or may not know about.
Yeah. Sphinx?
Yeah, there's a Sphinx in here that has apparently forgotten the riddles to the answers.
But if you don't have riddles for the answers, are they truly answers?
It's the Sphinx thinks so, and that's good enough for me. I'm not going to argue with the massive thing.
You'd like to spend the night with me, spend all day with me. We would sleep together.
And once I've written those down, I'm going to say, I vote we stick these in the bag of holding and forget about them. Or toss them down.
I nod furiously. I just nod.
Or we find a permanent disposal. One of the two.
I'll kneel over the gentleman who just died and give him a quiet prayer while they're, I guess, rummaging through the swords.
Okay.
Rummaging through his guts for swords.
Yeah, and when I hear him start to say the prayers, I will kind of stop what I'm doing and hold still as he does that.
Do you guys have a moment of silence? Slightly disturbed by the loud breathing of a massive bear. But seems like you've left this room with as much that you can do. There is a passageway to the left and a closed door to the north with some kind of magical seal on it.
Ooh.
So we can poke at the magic thing that's totally not a trap, or we can go through the open door. I vote we don't poke the obviously magical trap.
Also, hello, new team member. Welcome to the team. We need a team name.
Hello. And who might you three be?
Well, I'm Morgan. That's Atlas. And that's a bear raised by wolves.
I wave.
I'll cough and say, his name is Bagor when he's, well, even when he is a bear, but...
Yes, an additional name.
I see. You may call me Jackson. You gentlemen wouldn't know the way out of this maze, would you?
Well, actually,
We might have a way, yes.
Okay.
why would you want to leave? This place is great. Get all the knowledge we can obtain here.
Well, because I'm not an idiot and I have other things to do than wander around a maze.
Right. So I'll sit down and start gathering out the paper I've been using as map and lay that out and start showing him the route to the staircase. Like, so if you go out here, take this path, go through these rooms, and I'll kind of describe them. And over here, there's staircases. You keep going down them and keep going down. At some point, you'll start going up somehow, and that'll put you out at an island, and that's in the middle of water, an ocean maybe, that gets the occasional ship coming to it a couple times a year. So if you want out, there you go.
A couple of times a year?
Somewhere between 3 and 4.
And I'm guessing one just came by already, hasn't
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's just by the gods above and below. Okay. And I guess y'all wouldn't know another way out of this place. Off this place.
Not yet. Well, not a reliable way anyway.
Prefer reliable.
I mean, death is always an option.
Okay, and then where are you three planning on heading if y'all not planning on trying to get out?
Well, my friend Rigu are here, and I'll put my hand on the. I was gonna say shoulder, but the leg of the bear. It's like we were gonna go explore the garden some more over that way. Gesturing to the open door.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay, well, seems like I have time before the next ship. Do y'all mind if I travel along with you? The company might keep my sanity, as they say.
Feel free. More sane company is always welcome. Though time is a little weird here, so just keep that in mind.
Time is fluid, like a river.
Right. Well, I knew a guy who said time was wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, we haven't figured out exactly the difference between here and, well, the normal world, but there is definitely some sort of difference.
Right then. Well, lead the way.
Stepping next door to the left, you enter a room.
As we're walking to that door, I'm gonna kind of grab onto the fur of Vigor and hoist myself up onto his back.
I'll help him. I'm gonna push him up.
This room is occupied by 3 thrones in the center. They're all made of wood. And do not appear to be any other exits besides the one you entered.
What's in this room?
3 thrones.
So, stab the thrones with the swords we just got. He attempts to say that in a way that it's obviously trying to be joking, but it fails.
I just take you at your word and say, oh, okay. Let's start getting the swords out of the bag.
You do notice that each throne does have a place where it does look like a sword could be rested. And each one has a little symbol next to that.
Ooh. What are the symbols?
As we see this, Athos kind of mumbles to himself and puts his hand on his face like, God damn it.
Look at my beautiful art skills.
Probably better than what I would be doing in your place right now.
It appears to be a crown, a tree, and some grapes.
Some grapes.
Well, these are probably the answers to the riddles on the swords.
There are 3 swords. There are 3
What is the last one?
Grapes.
Grapes?
Yep.
I'm fairly confident that the crown is the heavy burden one.
Yeah.
I'm less sure on the others, but I suspect the grapes are the spend the night one, and the trees to keep years.
Oh, because of the rings. Yeah.
I wasn't actually. I was just thinking. That's more logical than
Yeah.
what I had actually.
Yeah, the other
I was
one.
thinking grapes and turn into wine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I was thinking that one too, but the first one makes a little bit more sense.
well, if we have a decent reason for all of them, that's probably better than having a decent reason for only
I
two.
immediately put the swords down before anyone can tell me not to. With the heavy burden onto the crown.
Can I have you
as I
make
see
an
you
Arcana
start-
check as you do
sure.
that, Morgan? What were you
As I
saying,
see you
Anthos?
do that, I'm going to immediately get my bow out and ready in action to shoot any of the gas creatures that happen to solidify nearby.
7.
That's nothing at this time.
Mhm.
You slide it in, it goes easily. And once all three are in, you hear a small chime from the next room that you came from.
As he's doing that, I'm just in this corner with my bow out and an arrow notched out ready to fire.
Like paranoid eyes twitching, looking everywhere
pretty
at once.
much.
We hear a click sound from the other room. I look outside to look at the magic door that was sealed.
The door is a different color now.
Ooh. Is it a good color?
It's white.
And it was blue before? Question
It
mark?
was kind of just a wood color, like a brown.
Okay.
It sounds good. I'm gonna go out and try the door now.
I gotta step away for just a second.
It opens onto
I'll just carry Athos in the meantime.
some rope bridges, which at least Bagor has seen before.
Ooh. Oh, I know this place, but I can't say it.
And all we hear is like rah rah rah.
And I don't look too happy because I'm afraid of heights.
Also, I don't know how heavy your bear is, but the ropes are creaking a little bit as you walk out onto them.
They're barely holding on.
Yeah, if we're gonna cross this, I'm gonna drop form. I don't want to be in more danger than already being high.
When you drop Thorn, just like ashes just like appear on your shoulders.
I think so.
Right?
Does that happen?
Probably have to roll for it.
We'll do a roll.
Dexterity.
With the bear or me?
With you.
Okay.
Sure.
11.
He's on your shoulders.
Hey, buddy.
Hey. Good job with the swords. Can we get away from this? I'm not really comfortable with heights.
So, in case you missed it, Athos, that door, the magic door from the previous room, leads to the rope bridge room.
Okay.
Well, the easiest way to get out of the situation is to just cross the bridge.
Did the door close behind?
No.
I think the easiest way to get out is to just step back 5 feet.
I guess that works too.
There's still the door in the room behind us with the shadow floor.
There is, yes.
So we can brave.
We can also mess around with the magic door more.
I'm
So
not
we
sure
take the
what
swords back?
you can try to get the swords back.
I'll go back to the third room and try to take one of the swords.
You easily take the sword.
I'll take the grape one.
Okay.
Yeah. I look back at the door. Is it still open? The magic one.
It is closed.
Huh. What's the color of the door?
The same wood brown color that it was before.
Okay. I'll put the sword back. And then I think you said there's another door, another exit from this route.
Yes, in the room just behind us where the shadows decide to open hole.
Alright, do you have a specific strategy for
Not falling down said holes.
braving the shadow room?
Very carefully.
So, hang on, do the shadows only come up like naturally without any people in it? Like completely opposite to the where the light is?
The light source that's circling the room is the only major light source in the room.
Alright, so there's not like any shadow holes when there's no one in there?
No.
Okay.
So it will be basically trying to run from our shadow.
Well, so far you haven't fallen through your feet of your own shadow.
Which is a good thing, otherwise this place would be entirely impassable. So just stay spread out, I guess. It's actually probably best to stay against the wall and spread out, because that will... No, it won't.
Do we want to tie each other?
I'm
Maybe
worried
that
about
way
the
if
rogue
someone
shadow.
falls.
I don't know if it would cause a hole, but it could definitely cause problems if it does.
Okay.
Actually, that's fairly easy to test. I will walk out with the length of rope alone, and walk out with a length of rope leading back to the door.
Do you take notice of where the light is when you enter the room, or you just go in whenever?
I'll try to do it when kind of to the side.
Okay.
So I'll walk that way when the light's about here-ish.
It definitely does cast a shadow.
Right. As soon as I confirm that, I'm gonna head back to the door.
Okay.
Yep, rope shadow can definitely cause a problem.
Okay, so no rope.
Hang on. It might be easiest if we stay spread out and just like lie down on the floor. Can't cast too many shadows that way, especially since the light's like 10 feet up.
Sounds like a good idea. It will also be better to keep the light on this side so that at least we have some time to react if it moves.
actually possible problem with my idea. Maybe it's only feet that don't fall through your own shadow. That's also relatively easy, but not too safe to test. Darn it. Oh yeah, it is. I'll just lay down outside the room and try to put my hand on the floor inside the room and see if it goes through. Actually, a finger. Just a single finger. My left pinky, to be precise.
We'll say you hold like the side of your hand against the floor with your pinky sticking out, and it doesn't seem to go through the floor. And there is like a small, like inch-long shadow, kind of around it.
Okay, so staying spread out and lying down on the floor is probably relatively safe.
But then it's gonna take forever to get to the other side.
Or we could do it the same way we exited the first time, which was fairly abstract. Just staying well away from each other.
Yeah, that sounds better. I mean, if you don't think you're like very dexterous, I can help you with that.
Another question. Now, since all of us here seem to be able to cast spells of some sort, is anyone able to produce a constant source of light?
No.
Yes.
I can make an illusion of light.
Oh wait,
So I'm not sure what
I can make fire.
I was just thinking like something like a light spell. I wonder if that would stop the shadows from.
Let me see actually, I reach in my pouch, pull out a gold coin, cast light on it, and toss it to you.
You throw it into the room?
Well, I'm gonna kind of hold it in my hand above us, like, and keeping my feet out of the room. You know, try to cast a shadow with my hand, or would cast a shadow with my hand, but have the light from the light spell also shine on that same area.
The shadows cast from the moving light source are dark, almost black. And that's why it's was hard to kind of tell the floor from the shadow. You didn't really see that there wasn't a floor in the shadow at first. But the shadow cast from the light of the spell is definitely a much weaker shadow, like a secondary, smaller shadow from a different angle, and you can still see the floor.
I'm wondering if the light spell counteracts the shadow from the big light and would keep it solid.
No.
Okay. Well, so much for that idea. So yeah, I guess just keeping well spread out.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the back to see if I can help anyone if anything happens.
Okay.
I'll lead the way since I'm the smallest by far, and I'll just try to stay crouched and low and separate and make my way over there to the door.
You going there on your own don't seem to have any issues. It is locked, or sorry, it's closed, but it's not locked. And it opens into a small grotto.
Well, I was gonna say I was going to look for any magical runes or other sort of traps before I opened it, but since you opened it without any problems,
Yes, you don't manage to see anything. And it opens into a green and overflowing, lush grotto. It is pretty dark in there. The only light is from inside this room.
alright. I'll kind of step inside into that room and call out to the others. Crossing one at a time should be safe. And this room seems relatively safe. Bit dark though. And then I will kind of go a couple feet away to the side against the wall and door and try to hide, I guess. Just to say.
As you're kind of against the ground, you can almost feel the grass and the vines growing like underneath your feet. But one at a time, you guys don't have any trouble crossing this room. And you all make it into the gardens. Once you're there, through your various light sources that you each have, you can see more clearly this room. It's overgrown with plants, as pretty much everything inside the garden section is. There's some black soapstone statues here, pretty rudimentary, and not like delicately carved. And that's mostly it. This is a pretty large room with a couple exits. I will have to draw it out and move you a couple pages, so ignore this.
Do I see or hear anything alive in here? Like animals or magic stuff? Or undead or whatever?
Not quite. But as you're kind of just sitting in this room and taking a breather from running across the other room, one of your torches goes out. Somebody who has a torch.
I probably was not bothering.
So there's... let me undo that. I guess there's only two other exits from the one you took. There's one south and one in the top left. Oh, never mind, there's more. So there's 4 entrances total into this room. The one you took is a closed door on the right. And it's pretty large. There's black statues several places, vaguely depicting figures, faces, and bodies. But everything's overgrown and green.
So I didn't see anything when we came here, right? Nothing alive?
Nothing, other than the plants. But they appear to be doing very well and almost growing as you're watching them.
I had speak with plants already, but I took it off. Ugh.
So, since we've not had the best interactions with statues so far, we should probably move through here relatively quick. I am going to try to stealth through, though. Because I'm being paranoid right now for probably no reason.
Okay, you can roll stealth if you like. Which direction are you heading? It looks like from where you can see that top left door is pretty small. It's almost like a large closet sized. You can see the back wall through the open doorway.
Are any of them closed doors?
These are all open archways.
How does the, assuming the sizes are somewhat relative, is the big one in the center there, does that look anything like the 3 or 5 archways near elevator?
Not what you've seen, no.
Alright, those had doors in them anyway, never mind.
Yes.
Okay. Athos will say, you guys pick one of the bigger doors, I'll check out the smaller one. And I'll start making my way up around the top towards the smaller door.
I'm gonna check the one here in the middle. So I'm gonna go around this statue, trying not to touch it.
Athos, can you roll perception? This appears to be a storage space for gardening supplies. It has buckets, rakes, shears, some fertilizer. Pretty much anything you might expect in like a gardening shed.
Alright, and just because this place is weird and creepy, it's normal fertilizer, not like labeled as fertilizer made of people.
It is not labeled as fertilizer made of people.
Okay. Just making sure. I'll just note that and move to meet Bagor.
The middle doorway leads to vines in this room have grown into face-like constructs. They mingle together unnervingly. Beautiful, very beautiful faces. All of the same person.
Yeah, that seems obsessive. Wanna check the last door before we decide?
Bagor, what's your passive perception?
18 with my feet.
These faces look familiar. You've seen this woman before.
Oh. Is it, let me see. Where are my notes? Is it the blue woman that we met at the beginning? No, it's the... Maybe it's the girl at the entrance, the one that we let free?
Nah, this is the dead woman.
Oh shit.
Oh, the one without a soul.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like this room. I don't like this room.
Those of you inside the party that haven't seen this before, this is probably one of the most. I mean, it's hard to like rate a person's face on its own, but it's a very beautiful. The face has like seductively half-open lips, made from bright green stem, and like the walls and all that are just kind of covered in this one woman's face. Made of writhing vines.
I just tell Athos that this is the woman we met at the beginning without a soul. Maybe we're close to that lich.
I'm just trying to double check which room that was in. That was in the room labeled as Orchid on my map, I think.
Yeah, that was with the Orchid Man.
Yeah. And for everyone else who wasn't in the party at that point, she was, if I remember correctly, like being entwined by a tree or something, and our cleric at the time noted that she had no soul, and I think at some point, I don't remember who, we were warned that helping her would release the lich or something like that.
Something similar to that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how we know, but we were told that by someone.
It might have been Alpha Dread who told us that. I'm not sure.
Or one of the crow people. One of the bird people when they were arguing.
I think it was either Alpha Dread or the Locust, would be my guesses. I don't remember for sure though. But yeah, I'm just with Big War. I'm just gonna nope out of that room.
Okay.
Yeah, what's in the other one?
This southern doorway, there's kind of like a wall here, so it can split into one of two rooms. The room on the right looks to be a couch made out of stone. The room on the left is much larger, and it appears to be almost like a tended to garden. The grass here is much more well kept and not overgrown, and you can faintly see small little groupings of flowers that look like they've been maintained instead of just allowed to overgrow like everything else in the gardens.
Any other doors?
The room on the right definitely has two doors. The room on the left has two more doors as well as this room that you don't want to go in has another door.
Sorry, what was in the room to the right?
A stone couch.
Yeah, bottom right is a stone couch.
Well, we've been almost killed by very safe stuff. So I'm against the couch. Maybe go into the other garden is a better idea.
Yeah, with that one, I'm worried about someone getting pissed off about trespassing over their nicely tended stuff.
But at least I can fix the flowers if that happens.
New friends, what do you say?
Hello?
One of the new friends just left.
Can you guys hear me?
I
can
hear you.
hear you.
Okay, I think I lost my connection for a couple of seconds.
Oh. Well, I don't know if the other guy just left or what, but so yeah, we can give him a couple minutes, but we're close to midnight anyway. So if he doesn't come back, then we can just end here. But otherwise, yeah, that would be what you see.
While we're here, can I try to see, with sideshoe tracking skill or just perception, if there's been anyone in that tented garden recently, like the last couple hours or so?
Make a perception check.
No, I cannot see.
I will say it looks like some sections have been trampled, but you can't tell how recent it's been.
Okay.
Crap, I don't have detect magic to see if we can see something magical here.
You're detecting magic?
Yeah, no, but I don't have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
I chose Dispel Magic over that.
Which, to be fair, was pretty useful half an hour ago.
Well, yeah, that's true. Wanna flip a coin?
Woodar, do you have any preferences?
Nope.
You're supposed to be the tiebreaker.
Actually, can we be wrapping up soon?
Yeah, most likely. We'll have like a 5-minute break. I'm gonna get a drink. And if he comes back, we'll see, but otherwise we'll just end here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I'm not gonna lie, Woodar, your new picture made me think you were Radagast.
Was what?
Radagast the Brown from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
My first thought was Gandalf, but no, you were way too not gray or white for that.
Yeah.
So then I went to the next step of Radagast.
I searched for Crazy Wizard. And this is the first one I found.
That's not too far from the original character. I should watch those movies again. It's been years since the last time I did.
Apparently, if Google reverse image search is correct, that's a picture of Alan Moore, who is a writer.
Yep. It is.
I am mildly surprised that's not from a movie or TV series. By the way, if I was a barbarian, I totally would have taken one of those great swords and started to use it.
I don't know. They feel like they bring more trouble than good.
Oh, they probably would have. But if I was a barbarian, I wouldn't care.
Who knows? Maybe they bring those smoke things, but on your side.
Or maybe whatever you stab with them doesn't die until you take it out. And that could be great for questioning. It's kind of like the reverse of your spear.
Possibly.
Okay, well, I guess we will wrap up here and pick it back up next week. Sound
Alright.
good?
Yep.
All right.
Very well.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.